In other words, when you run into somebody who you think is a relativist, the first thing you've really got to do, as with any New Age person, I think, is help them become clearer about their own thinking. Because chances are they have never really thought about their relativism. Now, here's the way to do that. Ask them to define in one sentence. Ask them to define in one sentence what ethical relativism is. Now, here's what many of them will give as their definition, and it's wrong, but here's what many people will give. Many people will say ethical relativism is a situation in which different people hold different beliefs about what is right and wrong. Now, that won't work. Because, you see, it is possible for two people to hold conflicting beliefs about what is right and wrong without anything of significance following. In order for ethical relativism to follow, we must believe that both of those people, or all of those people and all of their conflicting beliefs, are right at the same time. Here is Mr. A, who says, well, let's call him Mr. Jones. Here's Mr. Jones, who says A is the right thing in this case. And here's Miss Smith, who says B is the right thing to do in this case. And here's Mr. Brown, who says C. In other words, we have an ethical disagreement. Now, you don't really get ethical relativism until you believe that all of these beliefs, or at least a smaller collection of logically inconsistent beliefs, are true at the same time and in the same sense. In other words, ethical relativism can't obtain until people insist that logically incompatible positions can be true, are true at the same time and in the same sense. The law of non-contradiction must go out the window in order for ethical relativism to be a consciously held position. Here's why. Look, there are all kinds of areas in life where people disagree. Let's consider a related disagreement. Let's consider a case where Jones says the world is round. Smith says the world is flat. Now, someone who's especially tolerant, someone who is an epistemological relativist, would say both Jones and Smith are right. Both propositions are true. But of course, when it comes to an empirical claim like this, none of us know anybody who believes that both Smith and Jones are right. The position that we all take with respect to Jones and Smith is this: one of them is right and one of them is wrong. Now, there may be times when we're not sure which of them is right and which of them is wrong, but there is one thing we do know for sure: they both can't be right at the same time and in the same sense.